apparently, she's suddenly, miraculously, just doing better.
Oh, yeah. It's been reported that she's coming back this week.
Mm-hmm.
She's all better. She's coming back. She, she's put her happy pants on, and she's taking all kinds of photographs and just everything.
Yep. Except for she's not.
No.
So, apparently, there's a picture of Kate, Princess Kate, and her mother, Carol, just driving around, just leaving, just going to work. That's not what was happening at all. What I understand from what you were telling me earlier, that's just like the American tabloids are running that picture. Like, British people are actually, they don't care about that.
British papers, tabloids, they're not using that photograph. And yes, that is a true photograph. She and her mother were taking the children to school, and
Doing a normal people thing.
she wanted to ride and take her children to school, which is so motherly, And if you look in the picture, she had no makeup on. Her hair was brushed. She wasn't unkempt, but she
Didn't look like our normal Kate.
No, she looked like she wasn't feeling good. Face could be a little puffy. That's normal with surgery.
Whatever surgery she got.
Yeah, no matter what surgery it is, even if you get like your tonsils out, or your wisdom teeth pulled or something like that, you are going to be puffy because of the anesthesia. Just having surgery, that's normal. No, she's been out for a long time.
Now, apparently, the palace itself has asked not to take photos of Kate. And British papers are not.
Yeah.
They're just not. The person who took those photos is actually from Backgrid, and we all know that Backgrid, they are hired by Meghan and Harry. They are often working with Meghan and Harry. They are the ones that did the catastrophic car chase.
Yes.
And they did a bunch of photos for the Invictus Games. So
They had a little feud there with the catastrophic car chase because they would be blamed for it. But photographers are still from Backgrid. They're still using them.
yeah,
Um,
I think because they're independent contractors, it's not really like a company. So the company probably keeps sending them photographers because they can get paid by them. But those specific the ones with the car crash, those ones probably don't want to work with her. Yeah.
yeah, there's supposed to be 8 of them, and I'm pretty sure that they're over it.
Seeing as how they were almost arrested, yeah.
So when you go out of Kate and William's driveway, you're going out and onto the main road. You're like photographers and paparazzi. They're allowed to stand on the other side of the road, and they're allowed to take photographs, from a distance. But these weren't, they said, please don't do this. So the British tabloids, they're just not going there.
Yeah. Now somebody, her name is Amanda. So, but I'm gonna say her whole little thing. I got her name written down. She goes by, I hate saying it like this, Matta of Fact. It's M-A-T-T-A of Fact. So that's her Twitter handle. But she goes by Amanda, the Duchess of Cornwall. Okay. What?
We don't even want to go there.
I'm not gonna get into her name.
No.
She is a sugar. She is basically, in my opinion, getting paid by Meghan and Harry. She
she's an idiot.
I'm completely disgusted by this woman.
Yeah.
She thinks that she knows a lot about something, but she doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
this girl is an idiot.
I would highly recommend you go watch Leilani of Barbados, her channel, because she's done several videos on her. Also, a woman, Sue Smith, she made a video specifically talking about the instances that we're talking about. The woman said in her video, she's like, we're not going to do any speculations on her health, but tell me your thoughts.
Yeah. But she looks bad.
She does, she looks bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, of course she looks bad. She
She's
just had
sick.
surgery. That's not, abdominal surgery is serious no matter what it is. It can be anything. And we shouldn't try to speculate because when she feels comfortable, she'll tell us.
Yeah.
It may not ever happen. It doesn't matter. It's not your body.
We don't deserve to know, and we don't deserve to speculate.
Exactly. They don't know you that much.
You can say, oh, I think she might have had this, but you can't sit here and say, like, bad things about her.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Kate is the sweetest, kindest person that everyone has met. They all. I don't find anyone, not even her crazy uncle, who's
Oh, yeah.
going on talk shows and things like that. Couldn't say anything bad about her. He has plenty to say about Harry,
And Megan.
but not really anything about Kate. She's a sweet girl. Everyone says that. No, I haven't met her personally, but I know that for somebody to take the time to dress up and hide so that she doesn't get recognized, to go and honor someone who has died horrifically, or take the time to, go on military drills, take
Yeah.
the time to spend hours in a charity shop, sorting clothes and packaging things.
Not
for
just
people.
pull up a t-shirt and then leave.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. We got some juicy gossip about that.
Apparently, this Amanda woman, though, has been fired. She got fired from her job before
Yeah,
for actual, like, tweets that she had made about Princess Catherine. Like, death threats.
yeah,
Like, what is wrong with you?
I know. That's what I'm saying. In my opinion, she's crazy. She doesn't need to be able to go to England at all.
Her opinion is completely invalid. Anytime you start sending threats to people,
Yeah,
and you have to threaten their lives,
yeah.
your arguments are completely invalid.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? I mean,
Well, what's wrong with her? She didn't do something.
well, and the reason why we say this is because last Invictus Games, she was actually there taking photographs for Megan. And she was, setting things up and
And also, if I'm not mistaken, she's the one that was also kind of an actress and was at the same acting agency as Megan.
how was she?
I believe so.
Well, she's got several, but I mean, her channel is just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, to get banned 9 times from Twitter,
Yeah. For saying malicious things.
it's beyond me how you could be so. I think she's, in between 24 and 30.
Oh, I thought she was old.
She might be.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't care enough.
Yeah.
The other thing was,
We should talk about is But if he has lied, then, or either way, the government knows about it now and has left him in this country. And people have been thrown out for a lot less. I mean, if they can throw out like, oh my gosh,
Well, there was somebody mentioned Amy Winehouse.
yeah, I mean, she was deported for nothing. We watch a YouTuber and one of her family members was deported because they stayed too long on their visa. Could come over for 10 years
Yeah.
and was left, in the lurch for 10 years and in their home country, of course. But still, their family's over here.
Yeah.
So, just by staying too long on your visa
Yeah.
can get you kicked out. He's a known drug addict. He's an alcoholic. He's done things in other countries to get him booted out. He's
Well, just
Admitted.
everything that he's admitted. Okay, take away the fact that he's admitted it on paper in a book.
yeah,
Like, let's say somebody else wrote that. It's all fiction.
yeah,
It makes no sense. The fact that he said it from his mouth, it came out of his
yeah,
his words. It's his words.
yeah.
He said it on multiple interviews, admitted to doing bags full of drugs.
Yeah, he said he could smoke a grocery bag full of marijuana in one day. He wakes up, he starts drinking, he gets high, and then he starts doing other drugs. This isn't a person that we need in our country.
This isn't a person who needs to be in charge of children.
No, especially like if he has admitted doing it in front of his children, in the same house.
I am absolutely astonished that he can sit there on television, on national television. Everybody saw it. Still on, you can go watch it. He can admit to doing those things in front of minors
Yeah.
with his wife. So yeah, regardless of the fact that they have a nanny or not, there were children in the home. That's child endangerment.
Well, no. You've got to remember though, she has admitted on tape that her nannies and her housekeepers, her cooks, everyone leaves, and because she doesn't feel safe in her house
That's right.
with the nannies and the chefs and the housekeepers and the butlers.
They leave at
and
like
all that.
6 o'clock. So from 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning, there's no one there to watch these children when they're out of it.
I would like to mention also the fact that when you come into her house, into their house,
It's her house.
you have to, any type of device, if you have an Apple Watch, if you have a cell phone, tablet, whatever you have to put it in this basket and then they lock it.
Yeah.
They share a cell phone. Megan and Harry only have
Gosh,
one
you can't
cell
give
phone.
them a way to call for help.
That's my point. If he overdoses, if he passes out and hits his head, who's going to call the police at 1 o'clock in the morning and get him help? The kids? Apparently, these kids never grow old, so, I mean,
Yeah, because they're still 2 and 4.
yeah.
And it's been like 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, let's see, he's only, Archie is only, a few months younger than, Kate Williams. Louis. He's only a few months younger know,
Yeah.
it's been a while. It's been, what, almost 6 years? Going on 6 years since they left. He was born before they left.
Yeah.
So, you know, the math doesn't math to me. I don't know. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me.
I don't think you are. Either way, they are
They've
both
got-
admitted to doing drugs in a house with the children. Because there's a part where he said that him and Megan get the drugs, and then they'll go out and they'll set on the roof
Yeah, or in the backyard.
or in the backyard,
In the grounds.
and look up at the stars together.
Yeah.
Which is cute, romantic, whatever.
Yeah.
If you think doing drugs and looking at stars is cool. Where are the kids at? You left the door open?
Yeah.
Did you lock the door? So you can't get back in? Like, these kids are alone at night. I mean, if you have ever had a kid, you know that they don't all sleep through the night.
Yeah.
So he's admitted to doing all of this, not only, you know, harsh, very illegal drugs. That's
Hallucinogenics and things like that.
that's reckless endangerment for children and himself.
Yeah.
I mean, and the fact that he's, you know, he should be allowed to stay in this country. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, you know, okay, he is off flying around doing things in different countries. She just took a girls' ski trip for 3 days. Where are the kids? All she does is take vacations.
Well, and all she does is talk about how wonderful it is to be a mom. But when are you a mom? You don't see your kids.
It's incredible. I mean,
You're not a mom if anybody, anyone, well, I shouldn't say any. A lot of women can have babies.
yeah.
Not every woman can be a mother. Because I can have a baby. That doesn't make me a mother. That's just like you can have you can be the biological father of a kid, but that doesn't make you that kid's dad.
Yeah.
Like, you're the sperm donor, you're not a father. You know, being there for them makes you the mother. It makes you the father.
Yeah.
You know, just because they, you know, made the kid doesn't mean that they're the kid's parents.
Yeah. We were looking back, you mentioned that, we were looking back over all of these clips of Charles holding the kids and playing with the kids and remembering in Oprah, her, whatever she did with them, I guess you can call it, I call it a show.
Or, yeah, scripted segment.
Yeah, he said that he never rode a bike with his paw. He never did anything. He got the small room. He got this. He got
His
that.
father never hugged him. Well, I was literally earlier, and I'll try to put some up on the screen.
Yeah.
They did run bikes together. He did hold them all the time. There's one that he's even like pulling Charles' shirt open, and you can see his hairy chest.
Yeah.
And it's like, you did. Why are you lying?
Yeah. And it's like you had. He may not have been a great father, but you had a good father, and now you have chosen to
Abandon him.
abandon him when he's so sick that,
Well,
you know,
he didn't really abandon him because he did go back,
for 10 minutes.
but not for the right reason.
He was there for 10 minutes so that he could sell some stuff.
Well, he went back so that he could sign his paperwork for this trial,
Yeah,
but he needed to go see Dad first to make himself look good.
yeah, of course. Because why would he go to London if he didn't go see his dad?
By the way, I'd like to mention his visa
where they're going, how long they're going to be gone, and like that flight log has to be made.
He shouldn't be allowed to go in and out of the country. He should be either stopped and stuck in Britain or stopped and stuck in America until this whole visa situation gets settled.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry if you can hear the cats destroying the other room.
We made them a playroom,
And they like it a little too much.
and they're loud.
The other thing.
There's so many things. Megan has bought herself a spot on stage.
The South by Southwest festival thingy. It's a festival for they have a little section over here, a stage for music, and they have a stage over here for talking, for what's it called? What are they? Public speakers.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, inspirational speakers, stuff like that. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, Megan was invited. She's invited." No, she paid to be there because she has to pay to be everywhere because she can't. She doesn't want to be invited. I mean, she can't be invited because nobody wants her there.
Yeah, it's Katie Couric she bought a spot. Brooke Shields bought a spot.
Apparently, Brooke Shields was very upset to be sharing a stage with Megan.
Yeah, she's not really enthusiastic about her because Megan has a big thing about veganism and all this.
Even though she's not vegan.
Yeah, only 5 days a week she's a vegan. On the weekends she eats meat. That's her only time. Through the week
Okay, so she's a fake vegan.
but Brooke Shields likes her first. And
She has been known to wear meat.
yeah, and but she is a very big positive speaker for women. And that's why she was there.
All of the women that we're supposed to be talking about are supposed to be inspirational women, inspiring women, because it's Women's Month or whatever. We're filming this on International Women's Day, so if you're a woman,
Go girl.
you did great. But the fact that she has to pay to get awards, to be, at some point, I wonder if she knows, deep down, nobody likes her. Or is it just 100% Delulu?
I want to say Delulu, but
I mean, she's gotta know that people don't want, when you show up to a place and people go, oh, it's you.
no, she was booed. They were booed at the Invictus Game celebrations several times. She was booed at this Southwest thing, apparently. Brooke Shields didn't want to participate after she found out that Megan was going to be there.
Yeah. Who wants to get up there and sit next to her and, by being on stage with her, it kind of makes you look like that you support her.
That's the
And,
first thing I thought of.
yeah.
What is she doing there?
And it's or it looks like, you're just gonna have to sit there and listen to her talk about, I'm a mom. It's my favorite thing to be as a mom.
I'm never with my kids, but I love being a mom.
I'm so lucky to be a mom, and I have that one. I'm married to Harry. I went and I spoke to Hillary Clinton, and I changed that. And I'm so quirky and relatable. That's it. That's the whole speech.
Well, she can contort her body weirdly.
You mean the Rudy hands?
Yeah, her hands, and then also, when she gets nervous, her arms, she will bend them forward in an odd way, and you can like do your back.
Oh yeah.
I think maybe it's just that.
I can detach my shoulder blade from like I can like poke it out.
Yeah, it looks weird. It's like she's got angel wings or something. But I mean, Megan is not. She's awkward.
Yeah.
She's not.
Well, she doesn't know how to hide. She like some people can hide their nervousness. She doesn't know how to hide her emotion. Like she's not. She thinks she does. She thinks she's a good actress, but she doesn't. Like you can tell when she's nervous. I always touch my hair. I can't sit still. So I'm always moving my hair. I know it probably bothers people how I'm constantly like playing with it and taking it down and or I'm fidgeting with my hands. Right now I have she pierced my ear, so I got this earring in and I keep fiddling with it. And so you can tell by my body language that I'm not always used to being on camera. It's not something I'm super comfortable with yet. But like when she gets frustrated, she wants to go like this,
Yeah.
and she makes weird like.
She locks her jaws.
And so she looks really weird. And I don't think that she realizes that we see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was in an interview. Oh no, she was talking to two young ladies at the Invictus celebration.
Yeah.
And she made this really weird face. And you pointed out that she was
I think that she was mewing. Not like a cat, like meow. It's where you take your tongue and stick it to the top of the roof of your mouth, and it makes your jawline, it like sucks in your neck fat. And it makes your jawline really prominent. So I think that she was actually trying, like the girls. She was so irritated with these girls for taking so long that she had to like. I think she was like, oh, my neck fat is back, so I've got to suck it back up there.
Yeah.
And so she did it again, but then the girls were still taking so long to take a photo because they're just regular people. They're shuffling around trying to figure out how.
Yeah, the best angle. They were young.
Yeah, you can't get mad when somebody is, you're literally there to take pictures. Like, that's the whole reason you're there.
But she was so upset.
She went at them. It was crazy.
Yeah, and the look that she gave them was just so disturbing that I thought that she is psychotic right now.
I thought she was actually going to, yell. She
Yeah,
looked like she was going to yell.
I was kind of worried, but she quickly pulled herself together and started looking at the guys, and she was all right then. No, nothing. I didn't mean anything by that. I'm not picking on her.
But we are picking on her.
But it's just sometimes she'll get a death stare, and it's so scary. There is photographs. Speaking of which, there's photographs of, alleged photographs of Perry in Vegas. There was a long time ago. There
I
was
saw
he was on the tabloid. I think he was on the Globe and on all of the ones we have.
Yeah, and I saw the picture.
Yeah. And full nude. Apparently this young lady, she's a stripper, and she was the one with Harry, I think. And she's got a lot of photos, she said.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if she's trying to sell them to him or if she's trying to bribe him
The intention was a little unclear.
yeah.
As to why she
a one-party state. But
But if she's selling them for monetary value, which they would have to be behind a paywall, they are behind a they will be behind a paywall on her OF. That makes it revenge. I believe. I believe it's illegal.
if she's in Vegas, I'm not sure the rules, and I'm not sure if he signed any releases or anything back then. But
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't want to see the photos because I saw his very, very tiny. I didn't even know what I was looking at.
Yeah. Well, so
It took me a really long time to be like, oh, that's what that is. But you know what? It was frozen for 3 weeks.
But not then.
Oh, that's right. It was before.
Yeah. It's a teeny tiny. But
Okay.
anyway, that's brand new. It's still happening, and I'm not sure why if she's trying to sell them back to him, if she's going to sell them to. I mean, maybe she's just gonna take the hit and get what she can get out of them. Maybe she's got enough to make a lot of money.
I was also thinking maybe she was mentioning it because there's something possibly, this is speculation, that maybe there was something illegal.
Well, now this did come up with the court case. Heritage Foundation, I think they found her. So
I mean, I personally have seen photos that are on magazines, they're in British tabloids, like you can look it up on the internet, of Harry at a party in London, in Britain. And in the background, like on the table beside him, like he's not actually physically doing anything illegal. But like on the table right next to, like behind/next to him, there is some white powder.
lines of white powder.
Lines of white powder.
Now that was supposed to be at
Club H.
his party house. There.
He called it him and William's party house.
But it's called Club H.
It's Club Harry. From what I have heard, yes, William did attend parties there. They did use it, the two of them, but it was a lot of the time just Harry.
Yeah, because William,
After a while, he grew up.
well, he had to go off and go to school, so
Well, and he got with Kate, so he didn't really need to go and party with a bunch of random girls. He had a girl to party with. Not saying that they did.
no. And well, Kate went there too. There's pictures of William and Kate dancing
Yeah.
and stuff. But you don't see William or Kate near drugs. You do see Harry near drugs.
And in his book, they said that there were drugs there. So, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
If the Heritage Foundation / the judge says that these pictures can be released as well. If they rule on that,
Yeah. Well, DHS says, Department of Homeland Security, you don't know what that is. DHS says that they don't believe him, that he made it all up. But he's been caught, had pictures taken.
he got kicked out of Saudi Arabia. No, it was Turkey. It was Turkey.
Yeah, I think
He
so.
literally got kicked out and removed, like, Turkish guards,
Yeah.
military guards, took him physically from the desert to the airport and said, get out of our country, you're not allowed to come back.
the whole time he said they were blitzed or whatever, or stoned or whatever. I think he said blitzed.
I think he said blitzed.
And he talks, about just not sleeping for 4 days, and he was driving. You can't sanely say that's okay.
If the stories were exaggerated, why are you lying about
That doesn't make you a man.
this? It really doesn't, and it doesn't make you cool. This isn't the 60s anymore. Smoking doesn't make you cool.
Well, no, I mean, that's Megan's thing. She actively forced her husband to get little baggies and
Like little powder.
and roll, joints and things like that. She wanted to give that to all of her guests, whether they did it or not, as a party. That's her token.
Yeah, thank you for coming to my wedding.
Yeah, most people give a ring or flowers or,
An iPad or something.
yeah, she gave drugs. So that is her kind of thing. So I can see that impressing her.
But yeah, and I think they both have a very twisted idea of what being famous is like, you have to do drugs, you gotta, be risque and all this, and it's like, no, not anymore. Like, pretty much that kind of style is not in style
Yeah,
anymore.
it's not cool to,
Admit you have a drug problem?
to walk around. I mean, it's good that he did, and it's good that he, acted like he wanted help. But if he really wanted help, I think that he probably, in my opinion, should have went to a real doctor.
And yeah, not that some TV interview.
Yeah, with some kind of guru who, wants to do the same type of drugs you want to do and things like that. I mean, I don't know anything more than what I've read off the internet about this doctor, but
He's supposedly not a very good doctor.
sounded, if it looks like it does.
I hope that this whole situation is take away the drugs. Like, say he's not doing drugs. Why is he in the country in the first place? If he has the type of visa that they say he has,
Yeah.
what is he contributing to society?
Yeah, like Amy Winehouse, they kicked her out, and look what she gave us.
Some of the most iconic music in history.
And that's just one person. There's so many other. Justin Bieber.
He's not a genius. The man can't form a sentence.
If he's over here on a genius visa,
He had to buy his diploma. The man is not smart.
well, I mean, doesn't even have a diploma.
He bought his high school diploma. He did graduate.
Oh, that's right, the teacher.
The teacher did his homework for him.
Teacher did.
And now, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm this genius person either,
No.
but,
But we're not claiming to be.
I'm not claiming to be.
He, if he's here on a genius visa, which, pretty much everyone says that's what it has to be.
Yeah.
Then they need to recheck because, like, Melania Trump has a genius visa. She got it
Yeah,
in just a
apparently.
few months.
Apparently, it's very easy to get a genius visa.
Yeah. Justin Bieber has a genius visa.
Now, Justin Bieber